All right, now we back. Intro? No intro?
Yeah, we can do intro.
God, I'm going wrong. Wrong. All right, we back.
All
What
right.
what we doing next?
All right. The next topic. I want to get to something that we talked about this when we were younger. We always debate on this. This is something that comes up in religion.
Mm.
And all I want to say all religion. How do you feel about?
Hold on 1 second. All right, my bad. That was on me. What you got?
Yeah, this next topic. I wanted to talk about something in religion, the aspects of religion. Something that we talked about when we was younger. We used to always wonder about. How do you feel about the aspect of life of the definition being that we got a choice to our life? Like they always tell us that we got a choice to make in situations in life, and we always look back. Man, I wish I'd have made that choice,
Mhm.
or I'd have made that choice.
Mhm.
But then you got some people who believe that everything is predetermined. It's already set in stone what we were supposed to go through, or what we going through now. It was supposed to be like this. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I think I was one of those people. When we had our talks, I used to always tell you, like, yo,
That's what I just said.
no, you didn't say me. You said people.
I said we. I said we should talk about this when we was younger.
You want to argue about this now? Like, just want to argue. So, like I was saying, like, I'm one of those believers that feel like everything is predetermined, right?
Yeah.
This is because, obviously, my Bible says it.
Mm-hmm.
My relationship with God tells me that. I think this is my take on it. The end state is always going to be predetermined.
Right.
The path is your choice. You feel me? So
Explain that,
if
because that's the part that I'm really
if
confused about.
I like right now, if I'm a truck driver, I was always going to be a truck driver in the year 2025. How I got to be a truck driver is going to be on me. I go to school for it. I go to jail and get out of school, and you know what I'm saying? Or I own a company, whatever, meet a guy and puts me onto it, whatever. That's my choice. I decided to speak to this guy who put me on the truck. I decided to do the crime that got me put to jail. Now I can get a job. Only thing I can do is trucking. Whatever it is, my path is determined by me. But my end state is always going to happen. And even on that path, all of this interactions were always going to happen regardless. If
Right.
I was going to have a car accident tomorrow, I was always going to have a car accident. I was always going to be here. I was always going to be at that light. It's just whenever my path got me there. You feel me?
Yeah.
Not a win, but just my choices. Does that make sense?
Yeah. You do.
So that's my opinion on it. That's why when people say like predetermined, I think they kind of confuse like a little misinformation when they think everything is already predetermined. It's like, no, you get a free will. That's how we know what love is. Like, you got to choose to love me. That's how I know you love me. Not, I'm gonna force you to. You hear me? Because that's not real love, is it?
Right.
If I'm forcing you, you choose to. So put everything in front of you. You're still gonna end up right here. Now it's on you how you gonna get there.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm one of those people that I think everything is just set in stone. It's
Yeah.
predetermined. Like, I don't believe that we actually have free will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Because it just seems like.
Scoot up, son. Let me hear you, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like we don't have free will. I believe that every decision that we made was basically, it was basically from what we went through our life is basically based off our decisions. I don't think we don't have if you go left, you go right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what way you go around, you're going to get to the same goal.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that because you can't, that's one thing as humans we can't do.
Mm-hmm.
We can't go back in time and rewind. So we actually don't have a choice. Like, how can we have a choice of something? we can say it could have went this way, but we don't know that because we didn't make that decision. It was we already, what are the, like, whether it's, because I made a lot of decisions in my life, bad or good, but I made them in a state of
free will.
Nah,
you think predetermined?
Yeah,
right.
The mind state I was in at that time. Like, I can't say, oh, I would have did this if I'd have did that. I mean, I can say it, but in reality, I can't rewind and go back and say, oh, well, if I'd have went this way, look how good my life turned. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, because we don't know that.
let me. All right. I'm trying to bring you example without saying too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, all right. Right now you're in Charlotte, right? Okay. Do you think? Let me ask you this question. I'm sorry. Do you think the choices you made that your path that you already created? Do you think you've changed other people's lives on that path?
Do I think I changed other people's lives?
Yeah.
By meeting them?
Just period. Your whole path, all the way, you know.
Yeah, I think I did.
Okay. So, I want to. Oh, let me pause it a little bit. All right, cool. So, all right. So, whatever happened from point A to prison, right? And you felt like that was a choice that you made, right? Right?
What?
Going to prison, right? Like you made the choice and whatever.
Yeah.
Happened,
Yeah. I
right?
made the choice.
Okay. Do you think you going down that path scared some people? Like, hey, if he went, and I need to straighten out, do things differently.
Possibly.
Okay. Do you feel like you doing that? So everything that happened after prison, do you think about the person you would have been if you didn't go?
I used to.
Okay. And I think one of them was like you probably get killed, right?
Right.
Okay. But you did so much after prison that was productive, that was great things, right?
Yeah.
That was gonna happen regardless. It's predetermined.
Yeah.
Do you think they would have happened if you didn't go to prison? Because part of that journey lends you to Charlotte.
Right.
So, do you think you would still be here if you didn't go to prison? Because I think you wouldn't. I think you'd probably still be at the crib. Because even before, you used to come visit, but you never moved.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think everything is predetermined. Like,
just follow me for a second, right? I get what you're going with it, but follow me. I'm going to give you a choice, right? This is my opinion. I'm going to give you a choice, right? You're going to always end up in Charlotte. You're going to always work for this company. You're going to always meet this person. You're always going to do this, right? But on the way to move to Charlotte, I need you to do some things, right?
Yeah.
I need you to do whatever, right?
Right.
Because if you go to Charlotte without prison, your work ethic wouldn't be there. Because you knew, like, damn, this is all I got. I need to make this work.
Yeah.
The vigor to actually be successful because you have no other options, right?
Right.
That wouldn't be there, right? So now your financial situation or whatever it is basically elevated because you have a work ethic, you have a strive for perfection because you can't mess this up because you chose to go down that path, right?
Right.
But if you didn't go to prison and you still was going to end up in Charlotte, you wouldn't be in the position you would be in. Like the success, all the successes you have, your path kind of determined that.
Yeah,
You
but
feel me?
I don't think it's more. I think me going through stuff
Yes.
made me.
That's the point I'm making. You went through something.
I like me going.
But if you didn't go through that,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be the person you are.
Yeah, I wouldn't be that person.
Got an example. Video games. You know how like at level 1, you're not experienced, and the game is kind of easy or whatever,
Yeah.
right? But and then you kind of learn little tricks of the trade. But by level 3, you have to execute those tricks of the trade to beat that level.
Right.
But you couldn't do it unless you went through some stuff that you had to go
Right.
through.
You had to go a couple losses.
Yeah. That's what I think. Think about it with life. Like, I had to go through that to be this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't choose. I was always going to go through this.
Right.
I was always going to learn this move.
Right.
It was my choice on how I was going to learn it.
Yeah.
That's my thought about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because basically, I see where you're going with
Like,
it.
your attributes are predetermined.
Yeah.
Your work ethic is predetermined. Your attitude is predetermined.
Right.
But certain checkpoints in your life, you have to go through stuff to actually be
Right,
successful in that. And it's all going to be up to your decision. You could go through the whatever, easy way, hard way, whatever. I don't know which one is easy or hard. It's just whatever decision you make. You're going to learn this trade. You're going to be successful when you get to this point here.
Yeah. But
that's what I feel.
I believe you're right. Because without my falls, because that's, me making somewhat the wrong decision kind of made me instill confidence in myself, because
you survived a lot.
You survived way more than you expected,
and you saw
didn't even
some
know.
things.
Yeah, you didn't think that I can turn nothing into something.
Let me get another one. You know my attitude, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think if I was in your position, would I be like you? Knowing me, how I was when I was at that age, if I was in those positions at that facility,
with your personality,
with my personality, I would probably end up hurt or dead, right?
Yeah.
All right. What if you had to go through that to change me? Like, you got out, you told me stuff like, bro, I remember you told me somebody got beat by a lock. And, you know, you can't talk to certain people certain ways and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm watching this like, oh, I can't say that no more. I can't act like that, you know.
Yeah, but I don't think me and you got the same type of personality.
Yeah, but
we don't.
But the lesson of it, let's say disrespect, talking to people crazy, right?
Yeah.
You learned that lesson to teach me, because you can endure it and pass it.
Right.
I would never learn that lesson. So I feel like sometimes, because you and I have been around each other our whole life, my path probably taught you some stuff, and your path taught me some stuff. But if we flipped roles, we wouldn't have got the same lessons that we were already going to get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I wasn't meant to go your path. You weren't meant to go.
Yeah, but we were meant to learn those lessons.
Right.
But because of our interaction, our life and everything,
we lived it through each other.
lived through each other. Because when I left Winton Terrace,
that's deep.
I went to College Hill. What if I went to Evanston or Avondale? Never would have met you. Never would, like, none of this stuff. And then now my path is like the person I become. Like, I always tell you, your daddy was like the greatest man I know.
That.
Nikki
Alex,
taught me how to pull my pants up.
Alex?
Yeah, and even with Alex, you and Alex were super close.
That's the
and
thing.
What happened with him opened up the door for this, and look where we at. Not to say if it didn't happen, it'd be different, but who knows?
Yeah, we was the last of the last, and we all know.
Yeah,
that did kind of, but that's what I'm saying.
Predetermined, but the lessons.
Yeah, the
lessons. You thinking about the act? I'm thinking about the lessons, the experience, the life experience.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you. From a lesson standpoint, yeah, you're right. Making choices for both of us, learning that, like, what not to do and what to do in certain situations. Like, I ain't been in this situation, but bro already told me that probably ain't a good idea.
Like we were just talking about work, like how I look at things, or how I say, hey, you should probably approach it this way.
Yeah.
That lesson you probably would never got if
right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we do take heed to that stuff.
Yeah.
When we,
and God put two people together that will actually be sensitive to hear each other.
Right.
Like, okay, when he talk, I listen. But if somebody else, the same thing about what we was just talking about.
Yeah, I was telling somebody else that, like, sometimes, like, it got to the point where as I got older, I wouldn't take advice from nobody but you. Cause they be like, cause you showed me, like, your advice worked. Other people be saying shit, and they be like, man, that shit.
Yo, I be times I be sitting there like, somebody stupid saying something, I'm like, I'm about to smack the shit. All right, how you best with that little man? You know he retarded. I can't beat you up. Like, you know he a little slow. Why are you doing that to him? Like,
nah, because it be sometimes where it be like, your advice is sometimes like I don't be want to listen to that shit. Remember that time we was arguing about on that snow day?
Oh my God, that was funny. That was funny.
I'm like, bro, they want me to go to work. I opened the door. He was sitting on the stairs. He was like,
"You gonna go?"
Like, nah.
I told you it's gonna snow. Yo, they man still want me to go.
Stupid ass. I told your ass. I'm like,
snowing. How you gonna get there?
Bro, I'm about to walk, bro. I gotta go to the. Bro, I'm about to go to a bus stop. Oh shit! I ain't thinking snow like that because I ain't seen snow like that in damn near 10, 15 years, and I'm like, oh shit.
Remember what I was telling you? Certain people in certain environments, I know how to survive in this environment.
Yeah. You
know how to survive in that environment.
Right.
So when I tell you, hey, you going in this environment, this is when Goofy Foot, tall, goofy dude, Mr. Burns.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, don't.
Yeah, you kept saying that, and they
burnt you.
Like,
he cool, man. We be talking, man. I think he smoke weed, man. Super cool, hippie. Bro, watch it, man. They like that. Man, tell me why he seeing me on emails and stuff. He asking me questions. Like, I told you. Yeah. And you do like Paul, man. You was right. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you. He was mad as hell. Man, they got me traveling all. Yeah, well.
Yeah. I was telling somebody that I was like, man, they put me with that organization just to put me in all the black neighborhoods. Like, and I ain't thinking about it until you said it. Like,
I'm like, yep.
Right, you know you working in all the black neighborhoods. I'm like,
you're the representative. Like, hey,
no.
Right. Who lives there? Black people? Yeah, send him. That's our guy.
all the apartments they building was Section 8. Put Howard on it.
Hey, you know what's stupid? This one right here, Section 8. Me and boy was talking about it. Like, hey, what's our next one? Oh, it's another. Another? I remember asking because the name, it was like Linden Village. Village? Anything ended with village. And then they told me the sign. Every hood got the sign with the two pillars and a piece of plywood coming across and the letters on it. And I'm like, how ours look? Oh, it's going to be two pillars. And there's going to be a sign. I'm like, oh, man. Like,
they ain't even spend no money.
No, man. We're going to glue the letters on.
Like North Bend?
Yeah, like just a placard.
Oh, my God. But, yeah.
But that's what I feel like. That's why I feel like it's predetermined.
It's predetermined.
I mean, it's free will.
It's free will, but it's predetermined at the same.
Some aspects of it is predetermined. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see that point. I just feel like, it was always meant to be like this, though. Yeah. Sometimes we live like in a movie. From when we grew up together, from how we was there to you starting to. You moved away, you going out of town, and you know what I'm saying, you call, hey, come down here. And I'm like, what? The first time you took me out of town. I remember.
But the thing about it was, like I said, we thought that city was everything.
Yeah. And
then when I left, I'm like, bro, it's different.
I know. But when I went back, I'm like, man, we live in a little bitty city. Like, why the cars all close? Like, why they so close? I'm like, man, I got to get out of here. I ain't going to lie, though. I kind of was like, that gave me a hunger.
Yeah, exactly.
To want to leave, though.
That's why my decision to go there gave you the hunger to, hey, I got to do better. I wish you would have stopped smoking. So you could
I couldn't, bro. I couldn't work for
I'm going to pass this test.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it was. Cause
it wasn't meant.
It wasn't meant because I
don't think you would have made it, though.
I don't think I would have probably made it, basically, but I don't think I would have made.
Because they like, move faster. No one in my life has ever told you to move faster, and you move faster.
No, I think
I've watched your daddy yell at you, and you took your sweet time walking into that. I'm like, yo.
I had to learn how to, people nervous without having to say.
And then but you can't do that. You're going to be doing push-ups a lot.
Yeah, I'd have been a strong ass motherfucker. Nah, bro, I think I listen to people, bro. I would have passed basic. I think.
No, you wouldn't, because you don't listen to people that say stupid things. They tell you to do stupid things. They tell you to hug a tree upside down. Why?
Nah, I wasn't.
You would have hugged the tree. You wouldn't have hugged the tree.
I probably would have been talking shit.
You wouldn't go hug that damn tree. Drill Sergeant, what you want me to do? I keep falling. Hug it. You don't hug. You don't. What are you yelling for?
I think I'd have passed basic, but I think mentally, because that was Afghanistan and Iraq. I don't know what would have happened if I'd have went over there.
I think you would have thrived outside of that, but I don't think you would have made. I think I'd have made. Because I was bad.
You was bad, bro. You was calling me and shit. I'm like,
I'm from everybody that. When I tell people that story, they don't believe
basic training.
Listen, I can say it now, right? When I got the basic, right, you couldn't have cell phones. No cell phones, no nothing, right? I like my cell phone. So, and I always was good at thievery. Like, I would break in any lock, nothing.
Sticky fingers.
Boy, I survived, right? Boom. I found out what they kept everybody's personal stuff in these lockers inside this room. I broke into the room. I went and got my cell phone. But me being me, as I'm walking out, I was like, hey, let's see what everybody else got. And you know where I got it from? When we left College Hill and I was running track, during my meets, I would run my thing, right? But then when I'm done, I'm in the visitors' locker room going through their stuff. And I would just take money and everything that was in their lockers. And I would do that. So when I come back from my track meet, I was good. Like, I would be able to buy food for my sisters or whatever the case may be. But that was my thing. So I did that there. Like, oh, let's see what they got. So now, just think about this. I'm stupid. I got 20 cell phones. What am I going to do with 20 cell phones? How am I going to keep 20 cell phones charged? This is the stupid part about people. After that, I did what everybody else do. All right, now you got 20 cell phones. Now you need to click. Cool. All right, you going to be cool with me. You going to be cool with me. You going to be cool with me. All right, here's your cell phone. Here's your cell phone. Here's your cell phone. Right?
Yeah.
I know y'all scared because y'all don't want to get caught. That's why y'all even listening to me.
Right.
But y'all want your cell phones. So when y'all get done with it, y'all going to give them back to me. I'm the keeper of the cell phones. And on top of that, when you want your cell phone, you got to pay me. So that's why when I was calling you, like, who number you on? Why did I say Houston? Hey, I don't know who phone this is. So for about 5 weeks, I got this cell phone operation popping. I mean, people going in the janitor's closet. I got somebody posted on the hall, posted at the door to make sure nobody go in there and get a mop. I got a person looking for drill sergeant down that hallway, person looking for drill sergeant down that hallway, and I'm walking through.
That's why I think
this is the part. I had a would-be on, like I was just like John Gotti walking through the hallways, like, yeah, okay. Like I'm going through the Carter, like, yeah, my stuff cracking. It's cracking. How much you get? All right, cool. And they would give me the phones at the end of the night, and they would give me some money off of it. And then the worst part was this was before it was long distance for free. People got their cell phone bills. Hey, no, we all over the country.
Oh my
they
God.
bills was high. I remember I hit them under because never.
You made that shit seem fun as fuck. You used to call me.
It was crazy, and then I would put the phones. You remember the heaters that went across the floor?
Yeah.
I would put the phones in there. And then one time somebody didn't turn it off. They told me to turn it off, and I threw it under there, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, the drill sergeant was pissed because they could never catch who had it. And I had my people tight. Somebody snitched. They knew it was me. They just needed the phones to pin me on it, right? They could never find them, man. I mean, never found them. He gave me the phone. I remember. I put it under there. They're like, hey, everybody in the day room. All right. Threw it under there, right? We in there for like 20 minutes. They going through all our stuff, throwing everything on the floor, right?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I remember Drill Sergeant Damiani came in, he looked at me, and he kicked the radiator, looked at me, and walked out. Got me. I looked at my boy Hines, I looked at Ponce, I looked at Farr, I'm like,
Well, the radio, I mean, the cell phones fell out?
Nah, he
basically
he told me, because after the fact, when I went to Afghanistan, my boss down there was Damiani's friend.
Yeah.
And we knew each other. So he called him like, hey, guess what I got here, man? And he put me on the phone with him, and he told me the whole story. He was like, yeah, Farr snitched on you. He said Farr told us where they was. And when we was, he said, no. Farr told us it was you.
Yeah.
He said when we was in your bay, it kept vibrating. And that's how we found out where they were. And the thing about it, when we lift up one, we found like 3, but these wasn't the ones that were vibrating. So then we looked at all of them, and he told me, he was like, I've never seen nobody do that, man. He said, I've never, he said,
well,
after
that's
that,
what I'm saying.
you set the standard on what we did after that with the privates.
But the thing is, though,
that's how wild.
They could have kicked you out.
They wouldn't. And this is what he told me. Because both of them was talking like, because my boss was like, he was strict. He like, bro, you'd have been gone. I wouldn't even deal with it. I wouldn't have smoked you or nothing. I would have sent you with paperwork.
Right.
But Damiani was like, he was so good at everything. His fitness was good. His land nav was good. His tree climbing, his rope climbing, his knots, everything was just, I mean, this guy was a stud. That's why when I went to jump school and it was like, hey, all right, guys, go over there. Hey, you go follow that man right there.
And you was the only one?
I was the only one. I was like, okay. Hey, you want to do this? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I remember you told me that. Like everybody going the other way, but
that's how it was since basic. When I left from basic, when I went to AIT, everybody went before me, and I went and I was held back a class, so I was sitting for a week, and they went there, and so when they left a week early, that's when I had came and I met up with them in St. Louis.
Oh, so they ain't want them to know that you was.
This is from basic, bro, and then they went to Kentucky because I was supposed to go to Kentucky, and then they sent me to Bennett, and I never crossed paths with them ever again until we was in Afghanistan, and I was happy because I saw them. They had everything on, and I walk around with a sweatshirt on and a pistol, just like, why y'all dressed like that? I remember I was a stud.
Why was they dressed like that?
Because
that was their first time being over there.
No, in my organization, we didn't do stuff like that. We didn't follow any rules. So I had a truck. They were like, "You got a car?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got a Land Cruiser." Like, yeah, y'all want to go get something to eat? Not a DFAT closed. Man, mine 24/7. Get in the truck. I'm driving through Afghanistan. Took it to my DFAT. Like, you guys had steak and lobster? Yeah, y'all don't? No, we had chili mac. I promise.
So they wasn't in the trenches though.
They wasn't. But they were. Hey, can we eat over there with you guys? Hey, can we like? I'm like, bruh, and but
that's basically you was bruh. You was supposed to go that way, man.
But so all the times where we was tumbling in the hood, was climbing trees, and remember we was playing basketball on a tree.
Yeah.
All that dunking and jumping and climbing. We created
that
little circle. Hey, shoot the ball through there. Then you had to get the small ball. We made bow and arrows and stuff like that. Like I was doing all that stuff, man.
I think we grew up in an age where we ain't had shit, we created shit.
Yeah. I remember we used to but I know we kind of went in story time.
Yeah, I'm about to say, let's go to the next topic, cause shit.
All right, let's wrap it up, man. But the bottom line is a little bit of both. Agree?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But that was a good story time, bro. Damn, you crazy as